friends. We're in my book nook. I don't really film here that much. In fact, every Crochet and Yap, which is what we're doing today, every Crochet and Yap so far has been filmed in my bedroom. Just felt like doing something different. I don't really spend as much time as I really intended to when I first got my apartment in my book nook. But I don't spend as much time as I meant to when I got it as I actually do. Am I talking correctly? What's happening? Anyway, but I decorated the space cute. You can't really tell because I try to keep the lower part of it not as decorated because that's where my body is and I don't want to knock things down. I had my mom's aura painting here and I had to move it up because I literally knocked it down like 6 times. But I'm looking at a cute wall full of my perler beads and my Viva Pinata merch and my Feastables and a friend's poster, you know. Like, I'm looking at cute stuff. And the ceiling is cute. I'll have to do like a book nook tour. Do you guys want a book nook tour? Also, I always say like grab your tea and grab your art. And then I always forget to make tea. And then I literally have tea, except I didn't make this. My boyfriend bought it for me. I didn't ask him to, he just did. He knows I like green tea, so he was like, here. Which, green tea isn't really cozy. I mean, like, it is. But when I think about it, I'm not thinking about like, hot tea, cozy. I'm thinking like, let's go thrifting, high energy, I'm walking around the mall, you know? So I don't feel as cozy as I'm meaning to. Also, it's like a weird angle filming in here. I almost put the camera over there. Like, next time I film in the book nook, I will try harder to make it cute. But anyway, let's get on to crocheting. Also, this that you see, I have like a curtain hung up in front of the window. And I don't know how it's in the way of the camera. Like, I've tried like moving it. I don't know. Anyway, we are continuing with the project that we are always continuing with. Except the needle fell off, so hold on.
Is that right? I feel like it's wrong. Why does it look so messed up and weird? What's happening? I'm doing so stuffy this time. Do it backwards?
I have it backwards. That was the problem. Anyway, hey guys, welcome to my Crochet and Yap. That's where we are. Thanks for listening to me yap before I even started crocheting. I hope you're doing an art project, you know, crocheting or painting or drawing or junk journaling or something. I want to do a junk journal on Yap because I've only really done like Crochet and Yaps and I don't just want to crochet. Like, I have more shit I want to do. I just don't do it. I mean, I do junk journal. I just haven't filmed it, which is silly. What did I want to yap about today? Oh my god, so many things. I'm almost done with Buffy. I'm like halfway through the last season, so I don't really want to talk about it that much until I finish it. But dang, is it a crazy show. Like, you can really tell it's written by men. Like, it's a little hard to watch at times. And like, literally, they destroyed my 2 favorite characters back to back. They killed my 2nd favorite character, and they made my favorite character a creepy rapist. I just simply choose not to identify with that. Like, you can't do that. But let's talk about something else. I've been reading The House Switch, which, if you've been on my channel for a long time, you know that I got almost a whole fucking year ago. And I literally started reading it last month. Seriously. And I like it a lot. I wish that the author would explain a little more. Also, I don't know that much about Wicca, but kind of. I feel like some of the stuff she says is very like Wicca-y, and so that makes me cautious about reading it. Not like I can't learn about Wicca, but it's just like I'm not a Wiccan, so I don't want to like act like one. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't want to do too much that is not what I'm trying to do, if that makes sense. I find my practice to be very eclectic, to be very like, oh, I saw this and this and it's not closed, so I started doing it and I think it's cool. Or like, oh, I just felt like I want to do this in my brain. I have no idea if anyone else is doing it. Oh, I saw this and like, you know, like I kind of just do whatever I feel like doing. A lot of the stuff I do in my practice comes from like stuff I've been doing since I was a kid, since my mommy was a witch. Or it just literally comes from like I had the thought to do it and now I'm doing it. Which sometimes that worries me because I'm like, what if I'm doing something that's like super sacred and I have like no idea because I'm just like, la la la. But like, that's something I definitely want to learn more about because I can't tell where my freaking thingies are. That's something like a big part of my practice is like educating myself and like wanting to learn as much as possible about different things, even if I don't want to actually do them. So that's, I mean, I love reading the witchy books. I never read that much for pleasure because of school, but I'm off school this week, so I've been reading this book. I'm already on, I think, chapter 8 is next. I've been reading it almost every single day. I am really enjoying the book. Why is it so hard to see where my thingies are? She has this whole like chapter about cauldrons and stuff. I really enjoyed that chapter. It was a good read. What else? The new season of Grey's Anatomy has been coming out. Episode 12, I just watched it this morning. Episode 11, I just watched it yesterday. And then the previous episodes I watched like a couple weeks ago. They're doing better. I felt like the last season or last like 2 seasons were kind of fucking dry. This season I'm less mad. Like I'm not watching it being like, let's just get through it. I'm actually like, nah, 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 nah. Which is how you're supposed to be when you're watching TV. Can I just be a hater for a minute? Link is one of the worst characters ever. Like, I can't believe Joe married him. It totally took away from the message of like, guys and girls can be friends and they don't have to be in love. Like the whole thing of them getting together just really like annoyed me and threw me off, and he's just not good enough for her, and he's improving that their whole marriage. Like this most recent episode, she finds out that he's had that whole house and like didn't actually have his tenants in it. Like that's just he gives me the arc so bad. Or like a couple episodes ago, she was trying to get some information about the girl who had the seizure, and the nurse like flipped out on her, and then he like dragged her away in her wheelchair, and she was like, you can't move me without my consent. Like that whole thing, I hate him. Like I hate Link. I've hated him since like the first fucking episode he showed up with Nico for that girl who crashed her bike or whatever it was. Like I've hated him since the beginning. And I'm not trying to hate him just because he's, like, replacing Callie and I miss Callie. Like, I just don't like him. He's extremely annoying. Like, having someone who knew Joe and, like, come onto the show and, like, oh, coincidence, oh, cool, oh, fun, like, that's great. But they could make him likable. Like, I remember really feeling his creepiness when he proposed to Amelia, like, 7,000 times. Like, I just hate Link. I hate, if Link has no haters, I'm dead. You know, like, I don't like him. He's fucking annoying. Obviously, I also hate Owen. Everyone hates Owen. Owen's terrible. Owen's the worst. But thanks for letting me be a Link hater for a minute there. I needed to let that out. The actor seems really nice, though. His TikToks are kind of funny. Like, you know, but Link is fucking annoying. Ooh. And Joe is literally one of my favorite characters, at least top 5. Like, I love Joe. So, being annoying and not being kind to my Joe makes me hate you. I'm not saying he's necessarily mean to her, but, like, he hasn't been a good husband for sure. So, just saying. Oh, you know another thing? Grey's Anatomy related? I keep seeing these TikToks where people are, like, saying that, like, oh, Patrick Dempsey and Ellen Pompeo weren't just friends, or, like, oh, they should have been together, oh, da-da-da-da-da. And low-key, when I see people shipping, like, the actors in real life, first of all, kind of grosses me out, because we should really just be talking about the characters. The actors is none of our business. But also, I can't help but feel like it's racist. Like, they're shipping them in real life because her husband's black. Ellen Pompeo's husband is a tall black guy. So I can't help but feel like some people are shipping them because they don't like that her husband's black. Or they don't respect him as her husband because he's black. And I feel like a lot of that's subconscious. But it really gives me the ick every single time I see a Patrick and Ellen ship video. I don't even know why they keep calling me on my FYP because I don't like them. But, like, whatever. But something else, another thought I had about it was, like, it doesn't even make sense because she loves her husband so much, she talks about him all the time. But also it doesn't make sense because they haven't even talked since the show ended because he cheated on his wife in real life with a different girl on the show. Like, if he was going to cheat on his wife and he, like, apparently is in love with Ellen in real life, why wouldn't he cheat on his wife with Ellen? Or, like, at least try to. Obviously, she wouldn't actually do that because she loves her husband. But I'm saying, like, if people think Patrick Dempsey is secretly in love with Ellen Pompeo, then why would he cheat on his wife with Leah Murphy's actress? And also, like, why would she want him when he's a cheater in real life? And she's the one who told his wife. Like, I don't understand. But that's enough of me talking about real people and their drama because it's none of my business and I really don't care about it. I'm just saying TikTok has been annoying me with that shit. Anyway. What else do I want to talk about? The book is really wonderful. My tea is not quite cozy, but it's funny that this is the first time I have tea in my video, finally. The book is interesting. Buffy's crazy. Grey's Anatomy's crazy. Link is annoying. Everyone hates Owen. What else do I want to talk about? We could talk about my job. It's been stressing me out a lot. I don't get paid a lot, so I feel like it's not worth it. Like, if you're gonna be stressing me, pay me more. I really need to get a new job. What I really want to do, I don't even know if I've said this on this channel before, but what I would really love to do is get a job as a carpenter. Because they train you on the job. You don't have to go to, like, trade school. You can just learn while you're there. And if I don't love it, I don't have to do it forever. But I think it would just be something really fun to try. I feel like I would love it. I feel like it could be my calling. Because imagine me, like, big sexy girl with wood. Yeah, that's me. You know, don't you get that vibe from me? Like, I know you do. Of course you do. I can't even get the lines on my crochet straight, so maybe I'm not destined to make houses. But I feel like that would be so cool. And they get paid a lot more than I get paid at my job, so that's something I want to do. What else can we talk about? What are you making? Tell me what art you're doing. Are you crocheting something that you don't even know what you're crocheting from your bone yarn? Are you making a beautiful painting? Are you drawing Jennifer Lawrence? I love Jennifer Lawrence. Please draw Jennifer Lawrence. I can never see where my little thingies are. It's annoying me. We can talk more about my practice. Some things I am particularly thinking about with my practice right now is like I have a lot of crystals. I have a lot of specimens, like bones and things, and I have a lot of like candles and stuff, and I don't want a lot of herbs, so I'm wanting to like do more research on herbs and learn what kind of herbs I like and buy some herbs and use some herbs and do some work with them, and like that's something I really want to start researching more and getting into. Another thing is I've never really been that drawn to celestial energy, like working with planets, stars, the sun, the moon, but around my winter arc-ish time, maybe before my winter arc, maybe after, not long after, but around-ish my winter arc last year, I saw everyone posting about like the 13 magical moons manifestation, and so I was like, I've never worked with the moon energy, like I don't really like asking her for things, you know, but let me just do it because I'm seeing everyone else do it and it looks fun. So I did the 13 magical moons thing where like every night you write 13 things you're manifesting through the last 13 moon things of the year, and then it's over like at the very beginning of the next year or whatever. And I had so much fun with it. So like low-key I'm like, should I get into the moon? Like I've not done like nothing. Like I did do there was like a special moon, I think like May of last year, and I did something for it. And like when there was that eclipse in I think 2024, I collected water or whatever. I haven't even used it, but you know, like I've kind of done things but haven't really worked with the moon. Like I don't know how much I want to get into that, because something about like working with energies, like I kind of get like worried because I don't want to be like take. Like I really like giving back, but I also like get worried because I don't want to set up a relationship where now like, girl, you haven't done anything for me lately, I hate you now, you know? Which I think that's me overthinking it. But like, I don't know. It makes me nervous. Like, I have literally one deity that I leave offerings for, but I don't work with them. I don't ask them for anything. I don't ask them for help. I just have a little like offering bowl, and sometimes I'll put something in it. And I'll say like, thanks for being a bro. You know? Like I don't do work with them because I get too nervous. But the only reason I started doing that is because when my mom was still alive, she told me that that specific deity was like protecting me, and she could like see it and everything, and I was like, that's so sweet, mommy. And so I kind of did it to feel close to her because she did live so far away. She lived in Arizona and I live in Maryland, so I was long distance with my mommy and I missed her. Now I have an altar for her, because something I'm not scared of working with at all is like people you know who have passed on. Like I have a whole altar set up for my childhood cat, and I have a whole altar set up for my mommy now that she's passed. I need to set up a whole altar for my best friend, for my buddy. I need to set up an altar for him, but I haven't. I have all of his stuff sitting in my memory box. Maybe I'll set up an altar for him, but I'll wait till I have a bigger space. I don't know. Oh, and I have an altar for my grandfather. He died when I was little. Oh yeah, I was talking about things I'm interested in doing. So definitely interested in getting more into herbs, kind of interested in learning more about the moon, not completely sure. Something I'm interested in is learning about Hecate, which I've never been like super interested in deities or whatever, which I mean, I don't mind learning about them, but like I don't necessarily want to work with them. But the reason I specifically say Hecate is because I was like, for months straight, I was thinking about like the crossroads and like the magicalness of them, like whatever. Like I was just thinking about them so much, and I didn't even know that Hecate was like necessarily had anything to do with them, but I just like I wouldn't stop thinking about them. And then I had a psychic reading, and they were like talking about it and whatever, and I was like, oh, like that's really cool. And so I've kind of been watching some videos about her, like just kind of getting exposed to her lore and stuff. And she's a cool, cute little lady. Like, I love her. But again, like I don't really know if working with deities is for me, especially because like I'm not like someone who doesn't think deities are real. I more so think like personally, I think deities are real, but I kind of feel like they didn't really make us as much as we made them, if that makes sense. Like, they actually talk about this on Supernatural, which is obviously fiction. I understand that that's fiction, but on Supernatural they talk about how like sometimes humans believing in something will make it real, and that's kind of how I think deities work. Like the Christian gods, Zeus, Poseidon, Hecate, Bridget, you know, whatever. I kind of feel like a lot of it came from like humans deciding it existed and then it actually did exist, more than like one religion's right and everyone else is wrong and da. Like I kind of feel like everyone is right at the same time, even if that somehow conflicts, because I think the universe is more complicated, you know what I mean? But regardless, I just don't think working with deities is for me. What I've always sort of worked with is like the elements. Like that's really my comfort zone. That's really like what I have always intuitively done, even before I was like really like, I'm a witch, these are the things I'm gonna learn, these are the things I want to do. Like when I was just living my little life in my brain, you know, like that's just kind of what has always been like coming to me authentically. That's what I've always been drawn to. That's all I've always like done before I even knew what I was doing. Like I did it before anyone was telling me to, you know what I mean? Like just like talking to the plants and talking to the earth and talking to the fire and talking to the water and whispering to the wind and, you know, whatever. Like working with elemental energy has always come to me very naturally, and that's what I always like feel very like, you know, that feeling when, if you're a witch, you know that feeling when, or a practitioner or whatever your comfortable title is, but you know when you're doing magic, what you're connecting to some sort of energy, or you're doing some sort of working, or you're just like meditating or something, you know that feeling of just like love or like contentment or like just warmth and comfort that sort of fills you when you're like really in the zone. That's the feeling I get when I am looking into a candle, or when I am hugging a tree, or like when I'm washing my hands thinking about the water. Like, that's the feeling I get. Like, anything elemental, which is probably why I have such a big crystal collection, because it's tangible. I have a crystal right in front of me. This is a blue Chalcedony heart from Tennis Crystals. I love her. She came in an imperfect bundle. But yeah, I get like this beautiful, connected, earthly feeling, and that's how I know that I'm doing something powerful, or I'm doing something that matters, or that makes me happy. I just like working with the elements is really my strong suit. And I feel like I don't really need to work with deities or anything like that, because I just have always loved what I do and just want to make those bonds stronger. But that doesn't mean I don't want to learn about it. So like I said, Hecate is something that I'm interested in learning about. What else? I was talking about I want to learn more about herbs. I want to learn more about the moon, maybe. I want to learn more about Hecate, maybe. What else? What else have I been wanting to learn about? Well, the book, like I said, there was a chapter in it about cauldrons. That made me really interested in wanting to learn about cauldrons. I had no idea that they were that fucking interesting, but that chapter had me on the edge of my seat. Like, which is funny to say about, like, educational, non-fictional, or, like, spiritual, whatever. Like, it's not like a story. You know, it's funny to say that something like that has you on the edge of your seat, but it really did. I was like, tell me more about cauldrons, please. Like, it was fun to read about. What was I wanting to say? I had somewhere I was going with that. I don't remember. I didn't remember. I was talking about stuff I want to learn about. Oh yeah, I got a cauldron in the mail, which is funny because I bought it before I read that, but I didn't know I was getting it because I bought a mystery box. So like, I got it after I read it, but I bought it before I read it. You know what I mean? But now I want to learn more about like just the like mundane taking care of a cauldron, because now that I have mine, I want to use it, but like I'm scared I'll use it wrong and like mess it up or something. So like, I want to learn more about how to properly whatever with it. We've done so many rows. Someone who's like really good at crochet probably watches these videos and it's like they're horrified by what I'm doing. Because I'm just like, la la la, I'm not counting. I don't even know if I'm doing this right. I just loopy. Like, the edges are so jagged, and like, I don't know how many rows I started with. I don't know how many rows I have. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just like kind of going back and forth. Sometimes I stab into one string. Sometimes I stab into two strings. Sometimes I accidentally stab into three. Like, I don't know. And I just loop it around and pull up there and keep going like that. Someone's probably like horrified, but I don't really care, because I have no idea what we're making. We're here to vibe. It's more of like a, I know we were just talking about my spirituality, but low-key, it's like more of like a spiritual meditative process. Just like being here with you, doing something with my hands and chatting about nothing, us being little girls together, you know? Like, it doesn't matter what we're making. It's just fun. I've had so much fun making this, even though it looks like shit. And I feel like that's really what matters. There was something else I wanted to say that I want to learn about. I don't know. I don't know. I'm thinking of making a protection board soon. Is that a video that you guys would want me to make, or should I just do it on my own time? Because I have a really cute creative idea. It might already exist. Someone might have already done it. I'm not gonna check. But I have a really cutesy idea for something I want to do for like a house ward. So if that's a video that would be interesting, let me know. I'll film it. Otherwise, just do it on my own. Sometimes I don't know what to make. I mean, like, I can make whatever YouTube videos I want. I'm really just doing this for me. Like, it doesn't matter. But other times I'm like, but is there something that people who like watching want me to do? Because I'll do it. Because I have fun with whatever. Like, is there something that the people want? And then my part of my brain that's mean to me is like, what people? And I'm like, I have 43 subscribers, BB, I'm famous. Like, what are you talking about? Someone who doesn't get my humor probably thinks I'm an idiot. Anyway. Have I talked about this already? I don't know if I talked about this in the Crochet and Yap yet. I've been reading Simple Abundance. It's this book where it literally has the date in it every day. So you read like a passage every single day all year long. And it's, she talks about like different principles to bring into your life to make your life better, and like different journals you can make and different activities to do and different things to be kind to yourself with. It's really interesting. I haven't really done all the things she tells you to do in the book. Like, I'm not like investing it into my whole life, which I feel like one day I'll probably read it all the way over again and then actually do the things that she tells us to do. But for me, it's more just about like, I get to read something simple every single day. Like, read a couple little pages, or sometimes the days are like just a paragraph, you know? But like, I just get to read something personal every day. And I feel like that's been helping me, because when I'm in school, I'm reading arduous amounts of stuff that it's not that I don't really care about it. It's just that like I'm not choosing to read it for pleasure. I'm reading it for school. I don't know. Oh, you know what? I really want to read something written by Native American, Indigenous peoples authors. So if you read that kind of stuff, let me know who your favorite authors are, and I will do some little shopping and I will pick up some books, because that's something I really want to read. Like, I've been seeing, like, I have a children's illustration book collection, and I have a few in my collection that are written by Indigenous authors. And I also have been looking online at some like cookbooks written by Indigenous authors that I want to get. But if you have like nonfiction biography or autobiographies, or if you have like just like fun fictional chapter books, or like, you know, something that's not necessarily a kid's book or a cookbook, like literally it could be anything. It could be like a witchy book, it could be a nature's guide, it could be like a historical whatever, like I don't care what it is. But if you guys have anything that you've been reading that you're really enjoying, please share it with me, because I really want to support those kinds of authors, because it's just something I'm passionate about. I'm trying to be really like calm and kind to myself for this month, and like just like be really chill all month long, because March is very hard for me, and March is a hard time of year for me. It's my biological mother's birthday in March. It's my older brother's birthday in March. It's kind of like a traumaversary time in March. I don't talk to my biological mother or my older brother at all. We don't have a relationship. We're completely no contact. So it's just like a hard time of the year for me. So I try to be as like calm and chill and relaxed as possible, which is hard because my job has been stressing me out. It's not like anything's even really happening. It's just like the people I work with are so fucking annoying. Not all of them, obviously. I have some great coworkers, but the people I have to see like the very most often are fucking annoying. But I'm trying to be really calm and chill. So I'm glad that I've been taking some time to read and watch Buffy and watch Grey's Anatomy, and I'm glad that the month started with me getting presents in the mail and stuff. Which I think this video might come out before that haul. I don't know. I've been filming so many videos just like because I felt like it. And now I have like all these videos on Premiere, like all these videos that I did ahead of time, and now it's like, I don't know what's coming out when, but it's better than me being behind. I'm excited for this month's painting in Yap. I'm really trying to get a handle on the format of that video, like how I want to be doing those. I'm sort of gonna try something different every single month until I land on something I like. But again, wanting March to be smoother and easier, this month I'm doing something different for the painting. You'll just have to see in that video why it's different, why it's smoother and easier and less stress for me for this time of year. But I am excited to film that video and for it to come out. I am excited about it. Because I know what it's gonna be. I kind of hope that YouTube implements the same thing that TikTok has, where you can like comment pictures, because I really love going into a TikTok comment section and seeing like reaction photos, or like seeing the art that someone's been making, or like seeing a picture of their cat. Like, I think that's so fun. Especially, have you seen the Grey's Anatomy reaction stickers? Especially the one where Amelia's like, I think that one's so funny. I could talk about Grey's Anatomy all day. Like, I'm so tempted to just go on and on and on and on about it. But I really should be ending this. We've done like so many rows today. And I don't want this video to be too long, so I really should be like, stop yapping. Because the only problem with the videos being long, I don't mind them being long, but the only problem is like when it comes to editing them, I want to shoot myself in the face. Having them be long after they're posted is like, oh, cute, a long video. But the process of actually editing it, I'm like, why did I film such a long video? I'd rather post a short video. But we did a lot today. For some reason, I feel like it's shorter than it's supposed to be, but then when I hold them together, they don't really seem shorter. I don't know. I'm not counting it. This is what we have. I don't know what we're making. Maybe it's a scarf. Maybe it's the answers to the universe. Who knows? Anyway. If you worked on some art today while we chilled and talked about all these random stupid things, DM me a picture on like Instagram or TikTok. I would love to see the beautiful art that you're making. Just say like, hey Jessie, like, don't talk to me. I made some art while you were making your art, so like, here, like, I would love to see your art. If you've been reading any books, especially if they're from Indigenous authors, please tell me about them because I want some more book recommendations. If you've read The House Witch, talk about it because I would love to hear your opinions about it, especially like if you know anything about the author, like tell me more about her because I'm getting the smallest feeling that she's possibly Wiccan, but I have no idea and I'm not gonna Google it. Also, you could lie to me and I wouldn't know. I'll believe anything you say. Like, just tell me anything. What else? I hope you're having an amazing week. If you're in college like me and you have a week off this week before your next classes start, I hope you're enjoying them and being super restful. If not, I mean, I hope that you're enjoying your week and day and weekend being restful. You know. Next time you see me doing a Crochet and Yap, it'll be April and I'll be in classes, so we can talk about my classes next time. Oh, and please tell me your opinions about Buffy below. Like, I need someone to talk about this with because it's fucking crazy. Anyway, I need to stop. I love you guys so much. Thanks for making art with me. Thanks for drinking your tea or your water with me. And I hope you have an amazing, wonderful day. Bye, friends.